just finished watching Adolescence, and he tucks in the teddy bear. What are we doing, man? What are we doing to our kids? Fuck me. I I highly recommend this show, but it will destroy you emotionally.
So it's been a few hours since I finished Adolescence, and I have now regained some of my composure, but I just find it so astonishing what this show was able to do within a 4 episodes time span. It is such a good show. It is probably one of Netflix's best recent shows. I think what it manages to do, both thematically, tonally, message-wise, but also just from a creative perspective, the one shot really works in this. And at some parts, I was so in awe of the acting that was going on that it really took me a second to register that it had been one long continuous take throughout the entire episode. And then when I went back and see how they did it, how they got from point A to point B without the camera ever cutting, I'm honestly really amazed. I can't only imagine the technical elements that had to be in play. But also, this show has some of like the best acting I have seen, especially from younger actors. Owen Cooper stars as Jamie Miller, who has been accused of murdering one of his classmates, and his performance is nothing short of brilliant. I would put this performance up with one of like the greatest adult actors of their generation, and the fact that he's doing this as a teenager is amazing. It's like Saoirse Ronan level good, Saoirse Ronan and Atonement level good. Like he is, I'm so excited to see what is next in his career. He's going to be in the new Wuthering Heights movie, but I think his star is just going to rise, and he's going to grow into like a really good actor. Episode 3 of this show is one of the greatest pieces of television that I have seen in a really long time. I'm not going to spoil it, but when you get to episode 3, just make sure you have no other plans for the rest of the time, because you are going to be gripped to your seat watching the camera move, watching the actors just play this story out that's so heartbreaking. And it's honestly brilliant. The entire show is so brilliant. It really does tackle a lot of issues that are facing our kids today in terms of toxicity on the internet and how easily it is for younger minds to be influenced by different ideologies that they experience online. And it's so heartbreaking to watch this, because you really feel for the parents who are trying their best to both raise their kids and support them, but also not being able to provide the level of oversight to keep some of these dangerous messages from influencing their children's behavior and affecting them. I really do think that this show shows you the failure of today's environment, the failure in school systems, and really how vulnerable our youths are. I was a sobbing mess at the end of this show, as you can clearly see from the beginning of this video. And that's for good reason, because our future is very uncertain right now, especially right now, more so than in past times. And I just feel so much for the youth of today, for the young children everywhere, and also for the people who are trying to raise them to be good people. But it's so hard. I will say, if you're expecting something more along Broadchurch or one of those other murder shows, this is very different in that it doesn't focus so much on the actual event and the actual incident. It does, but it focuses on the effect in the community and the reasoning leading up to this incident, and what comes after. It really doesn't sensationalize things, which I really appreciated, because in today's world, a lot of these shows are sensationalized and are a little out of touch with reality, but this show is really grounded and really just makes the stakes so much higher. But yes, that was my review of Adolescence. If you have not seen it, do yourself a favor and go watch it, because it is one of the best pieces of television. Awards should go to everyone involved. Owen Cooper, Stephen Graham, and Christine Tremarco are great as his parents, but also Fatima Bojang plays one of his classmates who is best friends with the girl who died in this series, and she does such a good job. She's in one episode, but she does an amazing job, as does Erin Doherty. She plays the psychologist in the 3rd episode, and the 3rd episode, like I mentioned, so good, and she's a big part of it. Highly recommend watching this show. Don't run to Netflix and just enjoy 4 hours of really gripping TV.